Hey guys, Chris here with another Harbor Freight tool review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Chicago Electric item number 94702. It's the 20-gallon parts washer. It comes disassembled. Basically, for assembly, all you have to do is put the legs on the shelf and attach the pump. Everything else, the lid, and this was all together. I've seen some videos where the people's pump wasn't in the housing and they had to do that, but mine was. I don't know if that's something they changed. Obviously, Harbor Freight is changing a lot of the qualities about their things as they find imperfections and things that keep breaking. They'll go back and they do change it and make it better. So, I got this for my garage, and I've got some heavy-duty degreaser from Harbor Freight. That was like $6, and that has a 20-to-1, so 20 gallons of water, 1 gallon of that, which that's a 1 gallon bottle. So I haven't really used it to clean anything yet. Mine, it does catch a little bit when you open the lid. I think this end here is bent in, probably from shipping it got bent. So I might just take a pair of pliers and bend that out. That way it doesn't catch. Because it's only on that side where it's catching. The other side doesn't seem to. But, here's the inside. It comes with this tray here, which is mounted to the side of the, it just kind of sits in there. And then it has a little container here for allowing parts to dry, and you can stage things in there to be cleaned. I also got the brush. Comes with a little wire brush there, and then I found another brush here at the house. Use them to clean stuff. There's the pump. The pump does have some type of cloth, I guess, over the inlet. So that's nice because that helps filter the dirt and everything. Extends the pump's life, and you can slide that off and clean it and reuse it again. And the drain is right there. It does have a screen in it, which is nice. That way you can screen out all the junk that's in there. The drain port is underneath, and it's just a standard bolt. You could take that out and run like an elbow fitting off to the side with like a ball cock or something. That way you can just turn it and drain it right out into your bucket. Or you can just stick a funnel under there and put your bottle off to the side and drain it out. So, and a lot of people I hear complaining about the lid, that it doesn't open all the way. Well, that it's not supposed to open all the way. Even if you look at top name brand parts washers, they all open about 60 degrees. And there's a reason for that. One guy even said he modified his to open all the way, so it was straight up. You don't want to do that. The reason being is in this hinge here, there is a heat-activated fuse. And most of the chemicals in here are flammable. So say you're working on something and flame gets in there and ignites it. Well, you've got this huge fire going on, raging in there. This has a heat-activated fuse, so once it senses that there's a fire, it allows the lid to slam shut and extinguish the fire, or at least contain it till it goes out. So don't modify your hinge. It's supposed to be that way. It's for the safety of you and your house and everything else. You don't want to burn your house down. So also, because it is flame, it's what's the word? Poop shit. Fuck. Because it is flammable, you should keep the lid closed at all times. I have my grinder, which will throw some sparks. I just keep the lid closed and shouldn't have a problem with it catching. But another note, I was about ready to take it apart and it's kind of disheartening because I got it. I went to my local Harbor Freight, which is right next to my work almost, and wanted to get it. I had a coupon for $79.99, and they were all out of them. So they gave me a rain check. And then I got home later in the day, and I thought, well, there's one in Harrisburg. It's about a half hour's drive away, but I'll call them and see. And so I called them, and they had 2 in stock. So I ran up there, got it, came back, put it together. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning at this time because I had a lot of stuff to do that night and everything. Came out and turned it on. The pump was making a noise. I mean, you could hear it running. It didn't sound like it was running right. And I'm thinking, well, nothing was coming out the spigot, so I'm thinking, great, the pump doesn't work. And turn it off. And I turned it back on, and I was like, well, I'm just going to leave it on for a little bit. So I let it on for about a minute, and it's just continuing to make a sound, but nothing's coming out. And eventually it started coming out. So a note to anybody that buys one of these, if yours does the same thing, just give it like a minute or two. And at the time, while it wasn't working, I was thinking, great, I'm going to have to dump all the fluid out, find containers to put it in, because I actually have some extra. I actually filled it up too much, so I had to siphon some out. But I was thinking I have to dump all that out and take it apart and take it back and all this half-hour drive one way there to take it back. So I just left it on, and that minute seemed like an hour, but it did start working. So just a note to anybody that buys one of these, if you turn it on and it immediately doesn't start working, give it a time to start out, because it just, I don't know if it had to prime or what, but it just took a while. But ever since then it has been working, and it works good, and I'm going to show you. There is a button on the side. Has a clear plastic cover so it can't get wet or anything, and it lights up when it's on. So I'll show you. Ever since mine got broken in, it works immediately as soon as you press the button. Basically, you just turn it on. You got a nice stream of cleaner. You can just put your parts down there, use the brush to clean them up. Put your parts in the little container there, and just hose the whole container down. The hose is completely flexible. It doesn't leak anywhere that I can see. I just used a wrench to tighten it. I didn't go overkill with it, but there is a spot there where you can get a wrench on when you tighten it into the pump. I just used a wrench to tighten it in. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it does what it's supposed to. I haven't, like I said, I haven't gotten anything. I haven't been working on my truck lately, so I haven't gotten a chance to see how good the cleaner works, the Degreaser. Some of the reviews on it were mixed, so if not, I'll just drain it and I'll get something a little better. But I mean, for the price, it was like $6, I think, for the heavy duty cleaner. They have a heavy duty, and then they have like a standard Degreaser. The standard, I think, is like $3 something. I got the heavy duty one, and I mean, it's cheap. I mean, for a large thing of simple green, I think is like $20 to $30, and purple power is around the same price at AutoZone. So you could try different ones. I haven't tested this out. If it works good, then I'll keep it. If not, I'll drain it and get something else. But yeah, it does the job. It's pretty sturdy. The legs don't wobble or anything like that. It doesn't. They have one that has casters on the bottom. It's about $20 more, I guess, $30 more. Since I don't have a need to move it. It's just always going to stay here. So I didn't opt to get that one. But because you don't move, it's not meant to be moved. I mean, you want to put it somewhere and just leave it there. And it is pretty heavy, even without the liquid in. It's pretty heavy. when you add the liquid, then it's getting really up there. So just I would mount it and just keep it there. And I haven't had any problems with the drain leaking or anything like that. It stays dry. So overall, I'm very well pleased with it, and I think it's a good tool for the money. Here you can see where it's bent in and it's hitting. And I look at the other side. That side isn't bent in as much. You can see that it's not hitting. So I'm probably just going to take a pair of pliers and bend that out a little bit. But other than that, this is the 20-gallon parts washer. Another note is the spring is a little noisy, but no big deal, right? I mean, you're in a garage, you're around a lot of noisy stuff. So thanks for watching.